another long overdue video. Oh God, I know. I've been MIA a little bit, but see, I come back. I come back. Anyways, as you can see by the title below, this video is about things you should and you need to know before and when you move to the United States. So as you all know, I am an immigrant that migrated from Jamaica to the US. I've been living here for 4 years now, and of course, based off of my experience, I feel like this video would be very informational and purposeful to people like myself who is thinking about coming to America or just got here. Now, of course, for the most part, you will hear, oh, when you come to America, you pay a lot of bills. Like, if you're living in Jamaica and being a responsible adult, you should be paying bills there too, okay? Yes, you have to pay bills wherever you go. Yes, we hear all this sad story about how family treat bad and friend treat them bad, yada yada yada. We hear all of that. Now we need to talk about the things that were really important, because we get distracted by everybody story. Everybody write a passage how them reach a foreign. We get distracted about what is really important. So that's what this video is about. Also, I'm making dinner because it's like almost 9 o'clock and I need to fill my stomach with something. So I'm gonna make a quick meal while we chat, okay? And on the menu is some mashed potato and salmon, something real simple. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with the salmon as yet. If I'm going to put jerk seasoning on it, or if I'm gonna do like a sweet Thai salmon. But I have my clean salmon here. I'm show you nice and clean. One piece of salmon because me is a single lady. I'm cook for myself and me alone. So yeah, and of course we have some beans right here that I'm going to sprinkle a little on the side. Alright, so the first thing I would like advice before coming to America, pack your immunization card. When you're packing a suitcase, pack your immunization card. Pack your birth paper. Pack your all-time passport. So, you know, like somebody like me, when because I had a passport from the devil was a boy, from I was a little child, my mother ensured me to have my passport and my little visa. So, I had like the blue passport, then the burgundy passport, then now I was blue again. So, I go through a series of passport with visa in there too. So, if you have an expired passport with visas will either expire or active in your old passport, walk with it. Walk with your immunization card and walk with your birth paper. Okay? Okay. Wait, Jesus! The next thing I would recommend is if you know how to drive and you're not adulting or responsible adult and you know how to drive and you don't have a driver's license yet, before coming to foreign, get one. Do not come to people foreign without a driver's license if you know how to drive. Listen guys, get a driver's license. Cause one, if you have a driver's license and say you have your family or your friend that you're staying with that have a vehicle, if you have a driver's license before you come here, when you get here, you're able to use it until you can obtain your state license. Now, you see with your driver's license too, when you have a driver's license that is issued to you out of the country, when you're going to change over your driver's license to a state license or a US license, the process to get it is not as tedious, it's not as hard. So you would skip a couple steps. Say for example, if you don't have a driver's license and you're supposed to go in to go get a driver's license, you probably have to do class or show or proof that you did some form of schooling for driving schooling, driving schooling. So say you did some form of class, for say yes you learn how to drive somewhere or somebody teach you how to drive, or you would have to do some hours worth of class to say yeah you do some learning with driving. Now if you have a license that is already issued to you but it's out of the country, they will bypass that part and just send you to do the regular state test and driving test and you get your license. So get your license. Okay, so now we're gonna take off and left from the country and reach in America. The next thing you need to do, in whatever state you land, find out if you're able to get a state ID. A lot of these states, and I can speak for Florida, issue you a state ID that is that you can use for however long they have granted you in the country. For example, say when you come through when you come through immigration, they give you 6 months. They grant you 6 months in the country, right? You're going to when you go to like your DMV. This is in Florida. When you go to your DMV, you can bring your I-95 or I-94, whichever one the farm name. Go do no research. Me I don't know liar. Me I don't know professional. Me just I tell you know what me know. Okay? Pass the info, share the information. So go look it up. I-94 or I-95, whichever one of the farm, the document will show your port of entry and how long they given you in the country. That document. You're gonna bring that along with your passport and a proof of address, like say you have a like a bill in your name, your phone bill, your internet bill, or whoever you live with, if they can write a letter stating that you live with them and they provide a bill that's in their name. You take that to the DMV and you're able to get a state ID that's valid up to the date that's on your I-94 document or I-95 document, whichever the name of the document is. After you get your ID, the next thing you should be looking into, especially if you have not gotten your social security number yet, look into getting a ITIN number. Now that is a tax ID number that basically you can use. A lot of establishment will hire you once you have that number, and you can pay taxes at the end of the year when you work. So the government don't pay about their taxes. They're serious about their taxes. You understand? So whether you're legal, illegal, the wait for papers or not wait for papers, they still want to take taxes from you. So that's why they make ITIN number accessible, or people can get it that is not documented as yet. So go on irs.gov website and go read up about ITIN number, see how to apply. It's really kind of tedious. It's very different than when you would apply for a EIN number for your business online. The process is way different. I am not no professional. I'm just giving you the information that I learned based off of my experiences and other people around me. So I think you need to go to they have like assigned personals that does the whole ITIN process. But go on Google and get the information you need, or call a tax guy and ask them about ITIN number and how you can obtain one. It's there for you to use. And again, a lot of establishments will hire you with that ITIN number. Now on to the next one. Now this one, I had to mention it because as simple as how it seems or sound, a lot of people really don't know. Guys, when you come here, you can get a phone line. Get your own phone line. Okay? Don't let nobody bamboozle you onto their phone line. Get your own phone line. If you feel like you cannot get a phone line, you can get a phone line. Get your own phone line. They have prepaid and postpaid service. If you have a social security number, you might not be qualified for postpaid, but if you don't have a social security number, you are qualified for prepaid services. Go get a phone line. You don't have to depend on any family to do that. Okay? The other thing too, you can open a bank account. Guys, don't let nobody cramp your brain and stifle your brain with wrong information. You can get a bank account. All you need is 2 ID, and if you don't have 2 ID, say you don't have like your driver's license, the only thing you have is your passport, your visa, it can be used as a identification. So you just go inside of the bank, let them know that you don't have a driver's license, but you have your visa that's inside of your passport, and they will use that as a document, as a second form of ID to open the account. You just need your ID and a proof of address. Simple. That's it. And your little change that you're going to put in your bank account. That's it. That's all you need. Go open a bank account. The next thing a lot of people don't know that they can do, that they really can do, is to get a vehicle. Guys, whether you have money to buy a vehicle right out, or you only have money to finance a vehicle, if you have social security number, if you don't, you're able to finance a vehicle. Go on Facebook Marketplace, put in your region, put in the vehicle that you like, and you can find people selling their vehicle. If you want to buy your vehicle outright with no payments or anything, you can buy your car from people on Facebook Marketplace, on OfferUp. You can buy a vehicle from people who are selling their vehicle, right? That's one. And then two, if you cannot afford to buy your vehicle outright and you want to finance it, there are a lot of buy here, pay here dealership that will, one, take your ITIN number as a form of social security number, and two, they will take your money without any form of number. I guess they put tracking on the car or whatever the case may be, but you're able to buy it without having a social security number. You can lease a vehicle, you can take out a vehicle, like take it out, and you can buy a vehicle right out. You're also able to register your vehicle. You're also able to register your vehicle, get a license plate, and you're also able to get insurance. Guys, do not let nobody stifle your mind. Do not let nobody feel like you're crippled and you're stuck just because you are waiting on your status to adjust. That is a myth. That there are so much resources out there. There are so many states that's offering so much stuff to people who are undocumented or people who are waiting to get their residency. You know, do not cripple yourself. Do not think that you don't have any form of resources. Do not think that you cannot do anything. It's out there. You can do anything. You can live somewhere. Did you know you can rent a house without a social security number? Once you have a visa that is not expired, you can rent a house. There is so much people who travel up. Yeah, think out of the box, people. Let's think out of the box. Think of people who are in big corporate companies like Margaritaville, Hilton, Sandals, that have to travel for work outside of their country. And they have to stay for work outside of their country for work for like a year. They're on a year contract. How do you think these people rent houses to stay in? Think about it. While being a resident or a citizen in their rightful country. You are able to do this. Find apartments. Go on Zillow.com, rent4rent.com. Go on to different apartments. Google. Use your smartphone. Where's my phone? Use your smartphone. You're able to rent houses, apartments with just your visa and no social security number. And also again, if you have that ITIN number, that people, a lot of apartment complexes and homeowners accept that. So guys, do not cripple yourself. You're able to drive, you're able to live comfortably. Okay? Guys, if you come here, of course when you come here, you're not going to travel with any form of furniture. You're going to just have your suitcase with clothes and makeup and cologne and your documents. You won't have any furniture, so you're going to need furniture, right? Guys, if you come here, you don't do it. Did you know that you don't have to settle for an air mattress? Did you know you don't have to settle for sleeping on the floor? Did you know you don't have to settle for sleeping in your aunt's or cousins or niece or mother or father or friend couch? Did you know that? You are able to finance furnitures. Alright, now may I tell you now. You're able to finance furniture. So if you cannot afford to buy a full bedroom set or to buy a bed outright, you can go to these buy here, pay here furniture store, and they will give you put your money down. If it's 200, if it's 100, if it's 50, whatever amount money you have down, you put it down, they give you the furniture and you pay for it monthly. Guys, stop crippling yourself. Go out there and ask. Stop acting like prisoners. Stop acting like fugitives. Stop acting like you guys are unable to do anything. This is the land of the brave and the free. It's out there. Yeah. Guys, don't think I had it all figured out. Don't think that I knew all of this. I did not know. And based off of my not knowing, I had to learn some lessons and learn what not to do and what to do. And I decided to make the video just to give some eye-opener onto, to people who are about to move here or people who just moved here, to steer them in the right direction, because I wish I had someone to steer me in the right direction. It took things to happen for me to eventually find out that, oh, this is available to me, this is available for me. I'm able to do this. For example, when I just moved to Florida, I was staying with a friend, and of course you guys know how the friend story goes. That's another day, or that's a story for another day. And I ended up moving into a room. Now this room was empty and I didn't have any furniture. Of course I didn't have any furniture, because where am I supposed to get furniture from? I was working at a hotel, and what I did at the time was I stole a duvet from the hotel that I was working at, some pillows and some towel, those type of stuff, towel, duvet, pillow, those type of stuff, and I slept on the floor for a couple days. And let me tell you something, the floor was so hard. Now when I moved into the apartment that I was sharing the room with, the lady there, she has been living there, she said, about like 3 years, right? Now she has an air mattress. However, when I look at her air mattress, it looked like an actual bed. Honestly, it really did. She put like a mattress topping over it, and she spread it up like the way how that bed was neatly spread and topped with these big comforters. Like you would have sworn that it was a Tempur-Pedic under that mattress, under those sheets, honestly. But long story short, she said ever since she lived in America, she had an air bed. She had never bought a real bed, because I guess she didn't have any papers. She was illegal. So she was telling herself that she's not going to get any real furniture just in case she has to go back home. Now, first of all, sis, why is your mindset that? Why do you think you're gonna go back home? Why? Why is that your mindset? That's number one. And number two, you've been living here 3 years now. Come on, even if I told myself that within the first year that I'm not gonna buy furnitures and stuff, on my second or on my going to the third year, I'd be like, bitch, you here 3 years now, get you a bed. You don't think so? Come on, get you a bed now. You here 3 years now. You should not be even thinking about them kicking you out of the country to begin with. That should never even be in her mindset, but that was her mindset at the time. And I laid on the floor and I'm like, no man. First of all, the floor not comfortable. That's number one. And number two, I don't want to lay down on the floor because I don't know what's going on with me. No, sir. Just imagine me laying on the floor until I know what's gonna happen for me in life. If they're gonna throw my ass out or if I'ma stay. Talk the truth though. Talk the truth. See me on the floor still. Anyway, so that conversation that we had, that it kind of woke me up, and I'm like, nah, I need a bed. So I need to get bed. I need a bed. So I had this dude that me and him was friends at the time, and we was having like a smoke session, and I'm like telling him that, listen, I think I need a bed, XYZ, yada yada yada, and he's like, yo, did you know that the furniture place down by where Walmart's at, they give you furniture, all you have to do is put your money down. And I'm like, dude, you know that I haven't got my social security card yet, and you know, I was telling him, and he was like, oh no, you can go down there and XYZ and put me on. And when I went down there, all I had to do was to put a couple bucks down, and I got my whole bed, I got my whole dresser, I got my whole, what else? A nightstand. That's the bedroom set I even have now, you know. And I got it from way back then. So that just goes to show that you're able to get those stuff. Even my car. When I got my first car, I didn't even have a US driver's license at the time. But that shit beat my ass, because that's how I found out. Now this is the thing. You can get it, but when you have a license that's not from the US, or I don't know if it's even if it's a license that's out of state too, but I know for a fact that if you have a license that's out of the US, your insurance is gonna be a little bit more expensive. And guess what? At the time I was younger than 25, so you know I had to pay twice the amount for insurance, because one, I had a license that's out of the country, and then two, I'm under 25, so my insurance was looking crazy, but I was still able to get my car insured. I was still able to put my name on that title. I was still able to get my own license plate, my own tag. I was able to do all of that without even having a social security number. So guys, go find, oh shit, wait there. Sister, I have to be foolish just because I said I can't ride down the street and see them talk or put me up. And this is the guy because I will get distracted. If you know of any important gems that I left out, feel free to comment below and drop them so everyone can see. Guys, stop gatekeeping information. We all need to know. The more we know, the better off it is for all of us. You know, each one help one. Share information. Stop and share the right information too. And guys, go and stop wasting time scrolling through social media and not Google it. Google. Use Google. Make Google your best friend. Read up if you come into a new country. You need to know, of course, how these people in the country operate, what is required of you when you are here. You need to know how to even straighten yourself out. Stop listening to your family. Stop listening to your friends. Stop listening to they, them, and those. Stop listening to this person's story. Everybody's story is different. Take the nuggets and the advice from each people's experience. Your experience might be completely different from everybody else's experience. Google, call an immigration lawyer, call somebody who is equipped and knowledgeable to give you the best advice. Do not be cheap. Plan to spend some money. If it's to spend money on educating yourself, or if it's to spend money on letting someone do the process for you. But plan to spend some money, guys. Save your money. You see, for your first couple of years being here, your first 2-3 years being here, figure out how to, your only game plan is to figure out how to navigate, how to be somebody, how to adjust yourself, learning the right things to do. Again, stop listening to one friend, stop listening to one auntie. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Mwah.